Okay, so we'll start standing with our feet comfortably under our hips, toes pointed forward. And just starting by lengthening the spine, lengthening tall through the back of the head, letting the shoulders relax. We're going to lift all the toes, spread them back down, let your weight shift forward a little bit to float your heels up as you inhale. So we'll start with some breathing and balance as we usually do. So lifting on the inhale, lowering on the exhale. Yeah, so just breathing deep, fully. You can bring your arms with it if you want or not. Yes, whatever you want to do with your arms, but breathe and lift up onto the toes. And exhale down. Get our breathing going. Inhale up and exhale down. Good. And then lift one knee on your inhale. Hold for a moment. Exhale down and lift your other knee up and hold. Good. And exhale down. And again, shift over, float your knee up. Maybe you can hold a little longer. Maybe you can lift your other heel a little bit off the ground. And lower back down one more time. Shift over, lift that knee up. See if you can lift the heel maybe, or just hold. Good. And lower down with our feet under us. We're going to bring our arms out like that, like a V kind of position with your palms facing forward. And you're going to just kind of gently pull the chin back toward the spine, right? So that lengthens our spine and keeps our spine and neck in alignment, right? And then let your right ear drop towards your right shoulder. And take your left arm slightly back, just ever so slightly back. And then you're just going to kind of look up. So we're getting a stretch through the top of our neck and through that arm. Okay. So you're just lifting your gaze a little bit, taking your left arm back slightly. Increase that stretch. Good. And then return your arm, let your head just sort of drop forward and lift back up. Good. And again, pull the chin a little bit back to lengthen the spine. Left ear to left shoulder. And then again, bringing our right arm slightly back and lifting our gaze a little bit. So keep the chin kind of pulling back towards your spine so that you really keep your alignment here. You should feel a really good stretch down the top of your neck, scalenes, down your shoulder and arm. Good. And then return that arm. Let your head just sort of roll forward and lift back up. Good. And then stretching the arms up overhead, clasping our thumbs. We're going to take a little back bend. So look up, bring your arms back a little bit. And then lifting up, releasing the arms into goal pose. So our elbows are out from our shoulders. And we're going to inhale as we pull our arms back and look up, kind of arching our upper back. And then on our exhale, bring our arms together towards each other as we round the upper back. Right? So just think of our upper back and shoulders here. Inhale, open, lift, kind of pull those arms back. Exhale, bring them forward, rounding. Good. Inhale, open, up. Pulling our arms back. Good. And then exhaling as we bring arms forward and round our upper back, shoulders, and then return to start. Good. Inhale here. Exhale, twist to one side. And back to center as we inhale, exhale, twist the other way. And back to center. And release the arms out. Let your arms come by your side. And you're going to do a little walk, like a moonwalk, right? So bending one knee, coming up onto the toes, right? Letting your hips kind of go up and down like that, right? And then so we really want our hips to kind of move, we want all of our joints to move, and then we're going to kind of take it into a circle. So you take your hips around, the hips go the opposite way of the knee that's bending, and you circle them around with your walk. So don't really think about it, just move your hips and bend your knees. Yeah, get all of our joints moving. And then reverse your circles, hip circles. It's just really an exaggerated hip circle. Right? Look at it that way. Really let everything move. Good. And come center. We're going to come to the end of our mat or wherever you want to be. Take an inhale here, and then on our exhale, letting our head and shoulders and arms bring us down to the mat. We're just going to hang. Whether your hands are touching the ground or not, just see if you can just let yourself hang here. Hanging is so good for us in so many ways. All kinds of hanging. Yeah, really good for us. You can bend one knee and the other, or bend both knees and straighten, whatever feels good to you. Allowing your whole torso to relax. And then walking our hands out into a pike or down dog. Spreading fingers wide, lifting the tailbone. Relaxing head and neck. And just if your body wants to kind of do a little weight shift side to side as we stretch our heels down. Really lift that tailbone. Forward and back. Just letting yourself do whatever your body feels good doing in this pose, right? So we can get a good stretch in the back of our legs. Kind of get our body waking up. And then we can walk our hands maybe a little farther out to come more toward a plank or into a plank if you want. And just take a couple of deep breaths. And then lowering down to the mat, however you'd like to do that, coming around onto our back. Coming onto our back with our feet lined up with our sits bones, relaxing on our back here. So we're going to just move the sacrum a little bit to start. So think of using your feet to propel your sacrum. So as we inhale, our feet gently pull and our low back arches a bit. And then as we exhale, we sort of push our feet into the mat and curl the tailbone up. So this is a good way to kind of let your back really relax as you breathe, right? And let it move. So taking a couple breaths here like that, using the feet to gently push and pull the sacrum. Good. And then next time we exhale, we'll go ahead and peel off the mat into a bridge. So bringing the hips up, letting the shoulders relax. Press the pelvis up as you inhale. And then as we exhale, we're going to melt the spine down one bone at a time. And then relax the hips as we inhale. Again, letting that back arch a bit. And then as you exhale, push into the mat to peel your spine on up into a bridge. And then pressing the hips up as we inhale, melting the spine down. Hips come down last. Good. And then relax and inhale, exhale, Peel off the mat again. And then we're going to stay here in our bridge. Just keep those hips up and we're going to open the knees, just kind of open them apart as you inhale. And then as we exhale, bring them back up and sort of press the pelvis up just a little bit, right? So inhale, open the knees and the hips will drop a little bit. Exhale, squeeze back up as you press the pelvis up. Open and close. Press. Inhale, open the knees apart. Exhale, press up and draw them back up. As if you had a big squishy ball between your legs that was sort of changing sizes, right? It was growing and then squeezing it back in. And it grows and then you squeeze it back. Good, last one. And then this time you're going to stay here and bridge down one bone at a time. Relax your hips. Just slide your arms out into T position, like out from your shoulders. And we're going to take our knees over to the left and relax them. And then bring your left arm over towards your right arm. Just sort of reach and follow it over. So a double twist. And then open that arm back out and lift your knees. Take them over to the right. And then we're going to bring our right arm up and over, reach it towards your left arm. Double twist there. And open back out and lift the knees. And then again, with your legs together, take them over to the left. And then just straighten your right leg on top of your left leg so the knees are aligned, and you're just going to increase that stretch a little bit. Reaching our right shoulder into the ground. And then bend the knee and lift the legs. Take them over to the right and straighten your left leg on top of your right leg, reaching that left shoulder into the ground. Such a lovely stretch, right? And then bend and lift the legs up. Good. And then go ahead and just let your legs be back in line with your sits bones. Bend your elbows, clasp your hands behind your head. So what we'll do here is we're going to do a little hip opening with our ab curls. So you're going to open your left knee on the inhale. Exhale, press up and slide your leg long down the mat. Turn the toes to point up. Stay up as you slide your foot back in. Exhale, back down. And then inhale, the right knee opens. Exhale, press up and slide your right leg long. And then turn it back to parallel. Draw your foot in and lie back down. Inhale, left knee opens. Exhale, press up and stretch that left leg long. Turn the toes to point up. Draw the foot back in. Exhale, down. Inhale, right knee opens. Exhale, press up as you slide that right leg long. Back to parallel. Draw your foot in. Exhale, down. Good. And then we're going to keep our knees up as we inhale. Exhale, press up and float your left leg up. Turn and look to the left. So we do a little torso rotation. Good. Facing back to center. Lie down as that foot goes down. Inhaling. Exhale, press up. Right knee floats up. Turn to the right. And come back to center. Everything lowers back down. Inhale, exhale up again with your left leg floating up, and then turn to the left. Back to center. lie down as that foot goes down. Inhale, exhale, right leg floats up as you press up, turn to the right. From center, keep your right leg up, lift your left leg up, lie your head and shoulders down. And then we're going to take our arms up to the ceiling. So just reaching to the ceiling with our palms facing, our shoulders heavy on the ground, flex your feet. And we're going to draw our low back into the mat. As we exhale, we're going to reach our right heel away from us and down toward the ground. And inhale it back. Exhale it back. Breathe however you want. Inhale your left heel away from you. Exhale it back. So what we want to do is keep gently pulling our low back into the mat and bend our knee from the hip joint. Reach it away and back. You don't have to touch the ground, right? You just have to reach it away and bring it back. And now let's add the opposite arm. So as we reach our left heel away, we're going to reach our right arm a little bit back and then bring everything back to center. And then reach your right heel away as your left arm reaches back a little bit, not too far, and back. So opposite arm leg reach, right? Exhale back. And make sure the side that's not supposed to be moving isn't moving. Just the arm and leg that is supposed to be moving are moving. Right? Okay, when you're even on both sides, you can hug your knees. Take a moment to rock your body around and relax it. And then curl up, head toward knees. Take a big curl here. And then we're going to bring our hands behind our head again. Clasp your hands, lay your head and shoulders down. Leave your legs up. Inhale. As we exhale, we're going to curl up and try to bring our knees towards our head. So we kind of lift the hips a bit. And then inhale, lie back down. And then exhale, curl up, bring your knees and head towards each other. And inhale. Inhale, lie back down. One more time, curl up into a ball. Bring the head, knees towards each other. Good. And relax your head and shoulders down. Good. Bring your legs into tabletop and then into frog. So we open our knees apart with our heels together. Remember that? Toes and knees point away. Good. And so you're just going to inhale. As you exhale, you're going to press up and straighten your legs out into a straddle. So just open into a big straddle here. Good. And point the toes and flex the feet. Point the toes. Flex the feet. Bring your heels back together into frog position. Lie the head and shoulders down. Inhale as you pull your heels in, really open those knees apart. On our exhale, we're going to press up and stretch out through our heels, squeeze the legs together. Inhale, lie back down as you pull the heels in, really open the knees. Exhale, press up and stretch it out, whatever angle's comfortable for you. Just make sure you stay with your legs externally rotated. Inhale, pull in. Exhale, stretch out and stay here. Lift the legs to the ceiling. Bring them back down. Bend the knees and lie down. Nice deep breath. Exhale, stretch it out. Lift the legs. And lower the legs. Bend the knees and lie down. Good. Exhale. Last one. Press up, stretch it out. Lift the legs. Lower the legs and bend the knees. Lie back down. Now you're going to keep your legs in this position. Extend your arms out from your shoulders. So heels are still together, knees are open. Take your legs over to one side and exhale them back. Keeping the shoulders anchored. Take the legs over to the other side. Exhale back. Your knees can be closer towards your torso if that's more comfortable for your back. They don't have to be lined up with your hips. Just go side to side. Yeah. And breathe. Good. And when you come center, take your hands, reach in and grab your feet, coming into a happy baby. You can just use your hands to maybe pull those knees down toward the ground a little bit. Rock your body around. And you might want to open the legs a little wider, maybe straddle a little bit here. Do a little side to side rocking on our back. Good way to start off a Monday, huh? All right. Come center, bring your feet together. Hold on to your left foot. Stretch your right arm and leg out. With our foot flexed, we're just going to do a big side stretch. Just going to reach through that side. And then bring your right side together. Stretch your left arm and leg out. Big stretch. And then both arms, both legs, big full body stretch. We're going to reach through one arm and leg and then the other. Just stretch side to side. Lengthening. And then relax everything. Open your legs a little wider. Open your arms into a wide V. Feet are flexed. Take one hand over to the other arm and stretch as far as you can toward that hand, past that hand. And then we'll come on to our back, slide back out, take it to the other side, stretch. And come on to our back again. And we'll bend our knees and bring our feet onto the mat. Bring them in line with your hips. Sweep your arms down by your side. Rest your hips up, however high you want to come into your bridge, right? And we're going to let our weight shift over a little bit to our right leg. Lift our left knee up. And you can pull that knee in towards you as you inhale, and then just stretch it out as you exhale. So you're just going to kind of bend and pull it in, and then stretch it out at an angle. Okay. Inhale, pull in. Exhale, press out. Good. Next time you pull in, put your foot on the ground. And articulate the spine down. Inhale, exhale, bridge up again. Shift your weight a little bit to your left leg, bring your right knee up, pull that knee in, and stretch it out. So it's just bending and extending our leg, right? As we breathe. Inhale in, exhale, press out. In, exhale, press out. Last one. And when we bend it in, put your foot on the ground, press your hips up as much as they'll go, and then bridge down, articulating all the way down. Good. And then we're going to curl up and reach past our legs and maybe grab hold of them if you need to. Come up to sitting. Roll up, however you want to get there. And we'll extend our legs in front of our hips. Lift the sits bones and bring the pelvis forward. Relax over your legs. stretch over your legs, however that feels good to you. Like if you're really tight in the legs, you can leave your knees a little bent or just hang. Right? Let the weight of your torso help you get a stretch. I realize everybody's got a different level of flexibility, and I can't see you very well, so I can't usually see you, so I'm just going to try. Thank you, Roger. Okay, so we're going to sit up and bring our feet into a diamond or kind of a long-legged butterfly, right? So the feet together and knees are in a half bend, and just stretch forward or relax forward over your legs. And then lift up and keeping our pelvis still, we're just going to rotate over to one leg. You're just going to stretch over that leg, head toward knee, keeping your sits bones rooted. And press back up to sitting and rotate over to the other leg. Kind of walk forward, head to knee. And bring ourselves back to center. All right, and then you can lift the legs, and we're going to do some rollbacks. So your legs, starting with your legs straight, but if your legs need to bend at all, feel free to let them bend and straighten. You don't have to think of always keeping your legs straight because we want to focus more on the spine here. So we want to lift our spine really tall. So knees can be bent. Bring your arms up, right, by your ears. So we're just going to kind of lengthen spine, lengthen tall here as we inhale. And then bring your arms forward, curl the tailbone under and round back, maybe halfway. Inhale and exhale, pull yourself back up. And this is where your knees might need to bend. Lift tall, lengthen the spine, reach forward, exhale, round back. Starting with about halfway back. Inhale, exhale, reach up. Lift tall, arms up, and then you're going to stay here. Rotate to the left, open your arms out from your shoulders. Stay lifting tall. Come back to center, arms up. Rotate to the right, open the arms out. Good. Lifting the arms nice and tall. Arms in front and roll back. We'll just do that same thing a few times. So go back as far as you think you should. Exhale. Reach and pull yourself back up and lift tall. And then rotate. Open the arms out. And lift back to center, nice and tall. Rotate the other way. Open. Good. And lift tall to center. Arms forward, round back. Again, go back as far. You might be able to go all the way back. You might not. Doesn't matter. Roll up. And same thing, lift tall. We're going to do this one more time. Rotate and open. And lift back to center. And rotate. Shoulders are relaxed. And lift back to center. Arms forward, round back. Good. You might be able to go all the way back. Good. Inhale. Exhale. Roll back up. Take a big stretch over your legs when you come up on this one. And then again, inhale, lift, exhale, roll back. However far you want to go. Good. Inhale, exhale, roll. Stretch over your legs. Yeah. Good. One more time. Inhale, exhale, roll back. With the breath, nice full breath. Inhale, exhale, roll. Take a big stretch over your legs. You're going to grab hold of your right leg and lift it up. Pull it towards you and roll onto your back with your leg in the air. Give it a stretch. I'm going to move my body down. Okay, give this leg a stretch. Of course, you can feel free to grab your strap if you want to, but whatever feels good to you to give your leg a stretch. Left leg can be a little bent if you want as well. To start with, straighten it all the way out and move the foot. All right, and then we're going to, now you're welcome to use a strap or a band if you want for this, but if you don't want to, arms out from your shoulders, get your leg as straight as you can, take it across your body, reaching your toes for your hand, that opposite hand. Good, exhale the leg up, and then we'll open it out to the side, reaching our toes for that hand. Exhale it up. And again, across the body. See, maybe we can get a little more stretch there. Reaching for that hand, keeping our shoulders down. And lift up. And open out to the side. Really lifting that leg. And back to the top. Good. And then you're going to take your hands and grab a hold of your thigh, behind your thigh, lift your head and shoulders, and then press your hands into your leg as you lower the leg to climb up. So you're going to bend the knee if you want, bend the knee if you need to, otherwise keep your leg straight to climb up, right? So we're going to climb up to the ankle, hands to the ankle, stretch our leg towards us. And then we're going to keep our leg up and climb back down. Great. And then again, lift the head and shoulders, pressing your leg into your hands to lift up. And again, you can bend your knee and do this, of course, and then straighten when you get to the top. Give it a big stretch towards you. And go ahead and come up and lower that leg down. Okay. Then we're going to stretch over to our left leg and lift it up. Give it a good stretch here, and then come on to the back, leg in the air. Strap if you want, otherwise hands, move the foot. Also, bring your head towards your knee to stretch. If you like doing that. Movement in the foot and ankle. And then we're going to bring our arms out from our shoulders. Take the leg across the body, reaching foot toward the hand. Really reaching it so we get stretched through our hip. And lift the leg up. Open out to the side. And you know, you always can leave your standing leg a little bent as well, if that makes it easier. You're not feeling so flexible on this side, right? And lift it up. So taking your leg as far as you can toward your opposite hand, straight as possible. And lift up. And open to the same side hand. Good. And lift up. And then we're going to take our hands and grab behind our leg. Lift your head and shoulders, pressing your leg into your hands to climb your tree. And again, bend your knee if you want. Climb up. Stretch your leg towards you. belly toward leg. Keep your leg up as you climb back down. Good. And then again, nice deep breath, lifting our head and shoulders, pressing leg into hands to climb up. I can't talk while I'm climbing. Okay, big stretch towards you with that leg. And go ahead and come up and lower that leg down. Okay, my mat is migrating. Okay, so we're gonna, from this point on, we're gonna bend our knees. We're gonna roll our, or actually start with your hands behind your head. This will make it even more exciting. Okay, start with your hands behind your head and round back onto your shoulders, but not your head. So just you're up onto the rib cage, lift your legs up, right? And we're going to do a little fun thing with crisscross. So crisscross is where you extend your right leg and you turn and point your right elbow to your left knee. And then center, and then extend your left leg and turn to the right. And come center. Extend your right leg, turn to the left. Come center. Extend your left leg, turn to the right. Come center. And again, extend your right leg, turn to the left, and stay here. And then you're going to roll onto your left side, and here you are. So reach your top arm to the ceiling, and we're going to lift and lower our top leg. Okay. So toes pointed forward, and kind of lift that rib cage, and breathe. Good. And this time you're going to hold your leg up on this one, and you're going to roll back onto your side to come back into crisscross. Now we're going to go to the other side, but first we'll start with crisscross. So extend the leg and twist. Now my back is going to be to you on the other side, but you know what to do. Okay, so keep going. And then when you get to the side you weren't on, you're going to roll over onto that side. And lift and lower the leg. Oh, top arm to the ceiling, reaching to help you lift. There we go. Breathe. Good. Keep your leg up. Roll onto your back and come back into crisscross. Again, you're going to go ahead and go to crisscross a couple of times. Breathe. And we're going to come back to our first side when you get there. So that knee's coming in. Roll onto that side. And you're going to extend your top arm. And our top leg is going to kick forward and reach back. Inhale and exhale. Breathe. Reaching our top arm up. Good. Next time you reach back, go ahead and bring that leg up to round back onto your back into crisscross. So there we go. One more time. You're going to be tired of crisscross after this. Breathe. And then when you get to the other side, stay there, roll onto that side, reach your top arm. Whoops, I got to move back. And you're going to kick forward and reach back with your top leg, right? So kick and reach, and kick and reach. Inhale, exhale. Allow myself enough room. One more. Really stretch that leg back, and then circle it up. Bring yourself onto your back. One more time, crisscross. Nice way to finish. Really gets the blood pumping, doesn't it? Okay, and then come center. Take hold of your legs, relax your body. Just rock it around. All right. And then if you're able to roll on your back or rock on your back, do a little rocking. Take hold of your legs and just rock your body. But if that doesn't work for your spine, just come up another way. And we'll bring ourselves up. And we're going to come around to our all fours. So whatever side, whatever leg is, let's see, forward toward the screen, go ahead and bring that foot forward into a lunge. In other words, facing the screen. That way you can see. And just go ahead and bring yourself into a little lunge here. You can sort of rock your body in and out of it. Find a little hip flexor stretch. And if you want, you can also come into a high lunge with your back leg lifted. It's really up to you how you want to lunge. I just want everybody to get a little hip flexor stretch here. Making sure our legs and our feet are lined up with our hips. I switched legs because I realized I was on the wrong side. Just kind of letting that stretch happen. And then go ahead and lean back and just take a little stretch over your leg. And then we're going to come up and pivot around to face forward so that straight leg is out to the side straight like that. So and if you need padding under your knees, under this knee, you can roll up your mat or stick something under there. What we want to do is kind of curl our tailbone under to press our pelvis a little bit forward so we're not tilting back. Keep your ribs over your pelvis, bring your arms out and lift your head, hands just behind your ears or behind the occiput, somewhere like that, right? So you can stay in your alignment. We want to keep our alignment and just take a side bend here. So elbow toward that extended leg and lift up. Make sure you keep your alignment and take it to the other side and lift up. So side to side, head stays lifted. Kind of curling the tailbone under to keep our pelvis from tilting back. Yeah. Inhale over, exhale left. And then when you come up, just extend the arms out, and we're going to inhale, exhale, twist to one side. And inhale, center, and exhale, twist to the other side. And back to center, and then take a stretch this way. So your extended leg toward the extended leg. Big side stretch. And lift up. And go ahead and bring your straight leg under you. And you can just kind of sit back to your heels because that should feel good on your hips. And we'll come around to our other side. So just bringing your other leg forward. I'm a little bit dyslexic with this. Okay, and you can rock in and out of your lunge. You can lift your back leg if you want, or keep it on the ground, right? Just whatever feels good to you to get that nice hip flexor stretch here. Make sure our legs and hips are lined up. And then just lean back and straighten your front leg. Take a little stretch there. And then come up and pivot yourself around. So this leg's extended. And we want to, again, curl the tailbone under a little bit. Our hands up. Keep our alignment, head in line with our spine. Good. And then take a side bend on inhale. Lifting that elbow. Exhale up. And side bend the other way. And exhale up. We're getting into our side body a little bit here. Working your side body. Inhale, side. Exhale, lift. Side. Exhale, lift. If you're a person that can't be on your knees, you could always do what we often do, lying on our side in a straight line, and we do the lifting of both legs, right? Called the side leg banana. All right, when you lift up on this one, extend your arms out. Inhale, exhale, twist to one side. And back to center. Inhale, exhale, twist the other way. And back to center, and taking a side stretch over toward that extended leg. And lift up, bring that leg under you. If you want, you can sit back to the heels. You can either be up sitting on the heels or whatever you need to do. I need to lean forward. And then we're going to come on to our all fours. So just letting your fingers be spread wide. Good. Inhale here. As you exhale, curl the tailbone under, letting your back round. Press the hips back toward the heels. Lift up and arch the spine. And then again, coming through neutral, rounding the back. Press back. And lift up and arch. And then we're going to move our hands a little farther forward, just a couple inches farther in front of you. Round your spine. Press your hips back. Good. Pull your torso up, and then we'll straighten the legs and come into extension here. So kind of unfurl between your arms. Take an up dog. And then come back to neutral. Curl the tailbone, press back. And lifting up and extension. Straighten the legs. And coming back. One more time. Round. Press hips back. And lift our torso up and extend. We'll stay here. Just turn and look over your left shoulder. Back to center. Turn and look over the right shoulder. And back to center. And then press back up and round your back toward your heels. Lift up. Tuck your tuck your toes into the ground. And you're just going to float the knees a little bit off the ground. And just take a couple breaths here. Let's go ahead and pike the hips up, coming into a down dog or a pike. And then we're going to make our way back, floating our knees off the ground. And lower the knees. Keep your toes tucked into the ground. Look forward, go straight in front of you, and just press your hips back toward your heels. And come up and relax your toes. All right, we're going to come onto our belly in Sphinx, or elbows under the shoulders pose. So finding your elbows under the shoulders, however you're comfortable here. Great. Let your pelvis relax. And we'll turn our palms to face down, slowly straighten the arms. You might need to adjust hands. So just finding your baby swan. And then just letting your arms slide out overhead. So however wide apart they want to be, right? Whatever it is for you. And then we're going to press the front of our hips into the mat as we inhale. On our exhale, reach and lift your right arm and left leg. And lower down as you inhale. Exhale, reach and lift your left arm and right leg. And lower down as you inhale. So a slow swim. So focusing more on the emphasis, more on the reaching, right? So reach and float it up. Lower down. We want to lengthen out, float up, and lower down. Just kind of let the head go with it. And then we'll reach and lift both arms, both legs. Just reach it out, reach. And lower down. Take a moment. Again, reach and lift both arms, both legs. Then take your arms out to shoulder height. Point your palms toward your feet. Reach back. Squeeze the shoulders together. Lift a little higher. And then bring your arms back the way you came. Overhead. Bend your elbows. Pull those elbows in toward the waist. So you're hovering over the mat with your hands somewhere under the shoulders. And lower down. Good spine bone building, right? And then we're going to lift head and chest up. And when you go as high as you can without pressing into the ground, good, and just stay there without using your arms. And then lower down. And then again, lift your head and chest up as high as you can. And when you can't lift any higher, press into the ground, into extension. And lower back down. And again, lift up without pressing. So you're just lifting using your back muscles, not your arms. And then press into the ground, into extension. And lower down. We're going to do that one more time. So lift up, stay there, and then press into the ground all the way into your extension and then up onto the knees. We'll stretch back onto our heels. Taking a moment in a nice child's pose stretch for our back. A lot of good things going on in a child pose stretch, right? Really good for our hips and our joints and a lot of things. Okay, so we're going to come around to sitting. And come up to sitting, and we're going to bring our legs into a little straddle with the knees bent, like that to start with. Hands underneath your thighs. Just lift the spine tall so we have our back flat. pull your torso toward the ground. That nice stretch in our sacrum. A good stretch for the hips and the sacrum. And then lift up and straighten the legs as much as they want to. Turn towards your right leg. You're going to pick it up. Hold on wherever you can. Kind of lift it towards you, right? Nice. And we did a little stretching earlier. We shouldn't be too hard. Good. And then take your same side hand to the inside of your foot and grab hold. And then take your other arm behind you and pull it into a twist. And then come back to face the leg. And we're going to switch to that other hand on the outside of your foot. This arm behind us, pull into a twist. And back around to face the leg. Lower it down. And come over to your left leg. Pick it up. Yeah. Give it a stretch. And that same side hand on the inside of the foot, arm behind us, and twist to the back. And then come around. We'll switch this hand on the outside of our foot, this arm back, and twist to the back. Your leg may not be straight. That's okay. It's bent. That's fine. You'll still feel the stretch, right? And back around to face the leg and lower down. Good. And you can have your legs bent if you need to here. Bring your arms out. And we're just going to do a little progressive saw. So you're going to lift tall on your inhale. Anchor your hips, anchor your sits bones, twist till your right arm is between your legs and lean forward. Good. And then lift up and come center. Inhale, exhale, twist so your left arm is between your legs and lean forward like you're trying to reach for something in front of you. And lift up and come center. Inhale, exhale. This time we're going to go a little farther past the center and lean forward. So we're working our way toward that opposite foot and lift up and center. Inhale and exhale. Lean. So you're somewhere between the center and your foot. Lean. And come up. And this time we'll take it all the way over. So rotate and lean toward that opposite foot, wherever you can reach. And come center, inhale, over to the other side, lean toward that opposite foot. And come center. Good. And you'll notice how that helps your hips really get anchored. This time we might be able to even reach our pinky toe. And then lift up and come center. So we're actually reaching to the outside of the foot, right? And just kind of feel like your whole body is just leaning over toward that foot. And then when you're even on both sides, come center and let your arms relax. And maybe give your shoulders a little shake, a little roll. And maybe your head a little circle. Good. All right. Thanks for coming, everyone. I'm going to turn you off now. Recording.